Hey everyone, I'm going out today on kind of my first real overnight backpacking trip where I'm having to take a good amount of hike to get to my campsite. I'll be going out to the Grafton Loop Trail in Maine, and I'm just going to do an overnighter from the parking lot over Puzzle Mountain over to the Stewart campsite. So, wanted to do a quick breakdown of what I'll be bringing. As usual, I'll probably get some flack for overpacking, but I think with this being really my first time out, I'm going to take some extra weight and make sure that I really have everything that I want and that I've got kind of backup stuff and I have a good experience. And then next time I'll edit some things down. So I'm doing this with actually a LL Bean, more of a day hiking pack. So I've got it kind of maxed out. I think it's only a 25-liter pack, and I've got some other stuff kind of strapped onto it. So it's really at its limits, but it's what I have. We'll start out with the outside of the pack. So I'm bringing some Crocs just as more camp shoes, something to relax a bit when I get to my destination. I've got my usual EMS thermometer on the outside of the pack here. And starting from the top, I've got this 8-liter Sea to Summit dry bag. And inside of that, I've just got it run with some bank line over the top of the pack through these kind of gear loops that are on here. And what I've got inside of here, I won't bother to take it all out, but if you watch the video that will partner along with this that will actually show the trip, you'll see that I've got a poncho liner, which I'm going to use as more of a top quilt. Inside of this, I also have my Big Agnes pillow that I have shown in other videos. I've got a Sea to Summit sleeping bag liner, which I'm going to use as kind of a sheet. It should be good weather. It's still early July when I'm going out on this trip, so it's good weather. And then what I also have in here is extra clothes. So I have a long sleeve shirt, an extra t-shirt, extra pair of socks, extra set of boxers, all inside of this bag here. Also on the outside, over on the side here, I've got the A-Light Monarch Butterfly chair. It's a really lightweight chair. It's pretty cool. I'll probably make an extra video about this at some point. Really cool chair. It weighs a pound and a quarter. I've got an Nalgene bottle over here and a GSI cup. And I am bringing some water in with me. I guess what I've read about the campsite I'm going to, it does have a creek there, but it can be kind of inconsistent on whether or not it's flowing. So I'm gonna get there and see what happens, but I'll bring water just in case. In the front, I've got some extra bandanas, just some bags. I've got a big kind of trash bag here that if it's wet at all or anything, I'll throw that down on the ground, or use it as a pack cover, or I can put my gear out on it. The front of this bag has a small pocket, and here I've just got some hand warmers that I keep in there all the time. I've got a small thing of Purell. I've got a Swiss Army knife, and this here is just a small suntan lotion in a tin. And around the other side of the pack, I've got just this little pouch that I'll put my cell phone in. I also use my cell phone to film, so just quick and easy access for that. I've got my camelback and whistle. Now getting into the pack, hopefully everything's still in frame. So this pack's pretty cool. It's got kind of a quarter zipper on this side, and then it goes full length on this side over here, so you can kind of gauge, if I know that, okay, whatever I'm going for is partway down on this side, I can open just one section and get to things easily. But we'll just empty it all out for the sake of things. Here I've got food today and breakfast tomorrow and hike out tomorrow. You'll see more food if you watch the companion video to this. I'm bringing my MSR, I think it's called the Pocket Rocket. Got that. So light my fire spork. And inside of this top pocket here, I've also got just my black diamond headlamp. So that's all in this top mesh pocket. Diving in further, I'm bringing my sleeping pad. You may have seen this in other videos. It's the insulated air core pad, the Big Agnes pad. And I do not have an underquilt, so this will be what I have in my hammock. I will be camping in my hammock, so this is the Amazonas mosquito hammock. Inside of here I have my tree straps also, which is just some webbing, and I connect those with a couple lightweight climbing carabiners, which are in this larger pocket here. This is a fire kit. I might break that out in a separate video. I've got all of my lines inside of this bag here, so it's got everything else I need for my hammock. I've got all my tarp lines in here. I've got another line that I'm going to put a bear bag up. Really all my cordage is wrapped up inside of this. You can see here's my hydration bladder. Diving in further, still inside of this front pocket, I've got my Sawyer Mini water filter. Again, if the creek's flowing, I'll have an opportunity to refill. And then I've just got a Mylar safety blanket. Okay, that's everything that's in that. It's not supposed to rain really on this trip, so usually I bring kind of either a bigger poncho or maybe a rain shell that I have, my Marmot rain shell. I'm not expecting anything, so I've just got this old, really thin, lightweight poncho just in case. First aid kit, this is the Adventure Medical kit. It's just the 1 to 2 person kit. I've replaced things in here, I've added more, changed things out. So you can see it's thicker than what it usually comes as, but this is what I feel pretty confident in bringing. Inside with the water bladder, I've got another just platypus 1 liter container. And again, this is if I maybe come across a stream at some point and I want to bring extra water, or if I need to kind of stock up on anything, or if something else fails, like my hydration bladder springs a leak or something, I've got some options. I've got this green bag, which I bring on pretty much all trips, and this is just kind of a bunch of miscellaneous type stuff. There's some fat wood in here, 100% D mini Bic lighter, multi-tool. I've got a Sharpie with some Gorilla Tape wrapped around it. This is just a knife, steel. I have a bandana, and wrapped up in that is my compass, along with a signal mirror. I'll have separately my map in my pocket. I do have a map for the trail that I'm going in the surrounding area. And then I've got a ferro rod, which always has this waterproof little metal thing next to it, which has some cotton ball and Vaseline wrapped up inside of it. So this goes along pretty much any kind of hike I'm doing or camping or anything. It's one small kit that I toss in. I also have a synthetic down vest, the North Face. Again, it's really small, extremely lightweight. Just kind of toss it in there to have. It might be good in the morning if I'm chilly. And lastly, this is just kind of a little tea light lantern. Again, doesn't weigh that much. I usually carry candles inside of this tin that I bring with me anyway. As part of my fire kit, there's always at least one candle in there. So I toss this in. It's something that I can hang from my ridge line and just give me some light. Where I'm going, you cannot have fires, so that's why I've got kind of the stove, this kind of thing. I think a lot of my videos you've seen that I enjoy fire making, but the area that I will be in, I do not have that opportunity. There's this kind of padded pocket here, so here I keep some extra things, mostly for electronics. So again, my phone I use as my camera, so I have the ability to charge more on that. I'm going to bring a couple other, I have a small kind of waterproof camera too, I'll bring that as well, and I can recharge on my Insignia battery pack. And that fits inside of this kind of protective section here. I think the only thing that I didn't show, which is inside of this, is I do have some EMS brand stakes. I think I've got 6 stakes in here. They're really lightweight and they work for me really well. They're those kind of orangey stakes that you may have seen there. They're inexpensive. It's very similar to the MSR, I think, groundhog stakes. I'll annotate if I got that name wrong, but I've really enjoyed those. So my total weight here, including about 2.5 liters of water and my food, came out to 28 pounds. So you figure probably low 20s as my base weight. And again, that's, you know, taking this as my first time out doing this kind of thing. I'm going to run with that and kind of pare down, see what I don't use, and probably improve gear over time as I start going on more of these trips. So keep an eye out for the follow-up video showing the actual trip report, and thanks for watching.